Well, let's begin. Today we're going to be talking about, let's see, I think I can click it, Make Deposit webinar. So we're going to be going through how to set up Make Deposits and then use Make Deposits and then show in the bank reconciliation what it looks like there. All right, and like always, our typical webinar, when we have a question, type it in the chat box. Geoff's Pallas will be monitoring the chat box today.
Again, it's Pallas. It's not going to be me.
Well, Geoff's Pallas.
Bark, then that's it. Then that might be the answer to the question. I'll see if I can back her up, but it might just get barks and woofs when you.
And I'll try to pause at the end of each major part of it, so we can have questions about that one part. And of course, if we don't get to your question, we'll try to get back with you after the webinar. Well, with no further ado, let's do Make Deposits. Okay, chart of account. Oh, I missed the reviews. My bad. Geoff, I guess you're first. How do you go backwards?
Do the left button. Left key. There we go. All right. So, as we've been mentioning for a while, the reviews program is still going forward. We've added a new site called Trustpilot. I will send this link out at the end, as always. But this is the final month for our review program. This will be the last reminder. I might send out another reminder by email. But I will send out the links in today's post-webinar email. Of course, $10 donations to the Salvation Army if you have not already posted one yet. I'm real excited about making one final donation to the Salvation Army. Again, need has no season, but especially here in the state of Michigan, where the snow is piling up, and I guess later on this week, it's going to get even crazier. We have one more site to get some more donations for, and we will try to get everything as good as possible. Can everyone hear me?
I can.
Okay. I got a couple people saying that they can't hear me, so okay. I'll try to speak a little bit louder. But Salvation Army they're doing great work with so much snow coming our way this next week or so. It will be it's going to be pretty bad for people who already have it pretty bad. But they have some great programs, and we're happy to support them. And they're getting people fed, keeping people warm this winter. So the Trustpilot review site will be up and running very shortly, and we'll send that link out and again, same thing, $10 donations for every review created. So thank you for that.
Okay, sounds like we have an open mic on somebody. Can we just run down the list and see who's got an open mic?
Jody, I think that's you.
Okay, how do I shut it off? Oh,
that's good. Great.
Okay, that helps. It helps just for the webinar, so because when you have a lot of people and you're sharing the audio, sometimes it gets cut off because your audio kicks in. So thank you for doing that, Jody. Like I said, just click in the chat if you need to respond to something. Okay, so in Make Deposits, the idea here was to, when you have a lot of cash receipting coming in and a lot of accounts receivable coming in, they would normally hit your bank account or your whatever account number you have for the bank account each individual time. And that's not really how you do your banking. Normally when you have your bank account, you are summing those up and putting them in a rubber band with a slip in your making a deposit of quite a few of those, quite a few checks or small dollar amounts of cash into the bank at one time. So when bank reconciliation came around, you had to kind of figure out which of the 15 different small amounts that are in your chart of accounts, right? In your bank account on the chart of accounts, but went to this one deposit. So we decided to make this thing called make deposits, which will allow you to group together then the individual transactions and make a single entry to your cash account, or to your whatever the account number you are to reconcile with your bank. I call it the cash account, but it could be a savings account or a CD account. But basically, it's a way to group together those transactions as part of a deposit. So to begin with, so chart of accounts, you'll create a fund called cash or undeposited funds. It's an asset account, and normally it should be kind of tied with whatever it should be like a sub account of whatever you're using for your cash account. So in this case, they're using 002, 001, 007 for cash. So instead of a 0 in the 5th position, they did a 1. You can make it the 6th position. But basically, the idea is you have a separate account in your chart of accounts that is used for the undeposited funds. So once you have that set up, you need to go into the funds area and set up in each of your funds that you're going to be creating. You go to the fund links, and down here we have the undeposited funds account. So we'll need to set that up. So we'll go ahead and do that with, there we go. Save it. So that tells us what account number the undeposited funds come from for make deposits. And then assuming you already have your banks set up, we just have Chemical Bank, and our cash is the 002001. Okay, so now if we go into bill code maintenance, where we set up the bill codes to do our cash account, if we're going to do, if you notice, most of them, you need to have your debit account number pointing to that undeposited funds account number. So there's one I was going to do. Fine. There we go. I gotta hit the fun. Oh, it's over here. That's why. Okay, so M.dot tracking. Right now, if you've been using the bill codes for cash receipting, most of them are pointing directly to your cash account, and you'll need to be changing it, like I said, to your undeposited funds account. Okay, so we have M.dot TRK set up to bring in our M.dot receipting. And so before I go into cash receipting, is there any questions about the setup on the accounting side? And of course, Geoff, I can't see the chats anymore.
No questions yet in the chat.
Okay. Pretty straightforward. It's not that hard. I mean, it's one extra new account number. So now when you go into cash receipting, and we're going to go ahead and make a new transaction, and I've got Michigan Department of Transportation set up. It was entered by George. Memo, February payment. And of course, my bill code is M.dot TRK. And I got $45,000. Oh, that's not what I got. 45 dash. So basically what this will do is when I hit save is it's going to post $45,000 debit to the undeposited funds, and then to the normal revenue account for the other side of the M.dot tracking. And we can print a receipt, but I'm not going to go through that. So now let's put in one more just so we have a little bit to look at. So if I say new, and we've got, Michael Jackson spelled incorrectly. And rights to biller, why not? And that's going to be bill code salvage sales for scrap. Price is going to be $45. And we will save it. So I have basically two receipts that have come here, two receipted cash items that got deposited into the undeposited funds. So if I say done, so we can come into make deposits, and we see both of those two cash receipts that came in. And so I can combine them together and make the deposit. So the deposit is going to be $45,045. And it's as simple as that. So now when I go into bank reconciliation, you'll see the deposit there as a deposit. So it's one entry that's made to your cash account that during bank reconciliation. So we know instead of the two entries showing up here, it's just the one entry that's what you sent to the bank when you made that deposit. Okay, that's real quick, real straightforward. It's not that complicated. I'm open to any kind of questions.
My trusty assistant Pallas says that Jody is asking about a video on this. Hey Jody, so we will be posting this on our YouTube channel. We'll send that link out in the post-webinar email. But yeah, it'll be this recording, and you can play it at the pace you need to go towards, so that you can do it on your own. Okay. And again, as always, if you have any specific questions, anything that we can help with,
yeah, you can just give us a ring.
Give us a ring, contact us afterwards. We'd be more than happy to help.
Yep.
Gotcha, Jody. Thanks.
Any other questions? Comments? Again, it's a small piece of it, but it definitely is very helpful to have this working with your accounting so that you can see when you do your bank reconciliation, it's a lot smoother going through the deposit section.
Oh. Okay, we're good.
We all good?
We're good.
All right, well, next webinar then, Geoff.
All right, give me a quick second.
Oh.
Yeah. Frank says he ran the cleared and open checks report this morning, and the sort still doesn't work correctly.
When he says correctly, it's sorted by check number, then date. But he's got to remember check number is a alphanumeric sort, not a numeric sort. So sometimes a small check like 100 will be before a big check like 100, like 1,655.
Frank, does that answer your question? No.
But
all right.
Okay, so I'll contact you when we're done.
Yeah, we'll contact you afterwards. So yeah. All right. Any other questions? Please let me know. Please let my lovely assistant Pallas know.
Yeah, Pallas.
Yeah.
We love Pallas.
She's great. Frank says it's sorting by date and then by check number.
By date and check number. That's not the order I put it in. I put it in check number, date order. But maybe I made a mistake. Maybe I did one before the other. We'll find out.
We'll figure it out.
Not there'll be another pop-up there for just a new or a new report to download. That's a simple change.
So everyone, our next webinar will be March 1st at 10 a.m. To help us focus a little more on our on software development, specifically about the app and the mobile applications. We are going to move our webinars. We're going to combine these two, just like we did in January. We're going to start combining the monthly webinar with the teaching webinar. And so just getting both that together, again, they will be on the first Monday of the month. So this will be the last midweek or mid-month webinar. We'll move to the first Monday of the month, like we've been doing, but combining the update and teaching webinars. Just to save time, to save resources on our end, so that we can focus more on development. And the topic of next webinar will be, again, we'll obviously March updates, but work orders will be a key topic. Will be our teaching topic for the day.
And I just forgot to put preventive maintenance. So it's work orders with preventive maintenance.
And preventive maintenance, yes. And then lastly, one other piece of news. Speaking of that webinar, I will not be there for that webinar. I will, unfortunately, I'll be leaving Cogitate at the end of February. I have been extremely grateful to everyone for all we've been able to do, all the webinars you guys have joined us on, all the support that I've been able to provide, and the big change that we've made. I've loved doing all this, and it's time for me to get on to move on to my next thing. But I'm so grateful for what we've been able to do. I might still be doing some emails and stuff just from beyond. I do really appreciate all the whenever I called you guys, I loved chatting with each and every one of you guys, and loved hearing all the fun feedback and getting all that from you guys. So I won't be a stranger. I love the community that we've built here at Cogitate, all the big changes we've been making. It's been people have really gotten great feedback on how much they've loved the webinars and the new approach to certain things. I've been happy to be able to put that into place, and I'm going to help. I'm making sure that that's going to continue even after I'm gone. So, thank you, everyone. Thank you for being so supportive. All these messages, and thank you, Brenda, Jody, Robin. Appreciate all those texts. So great. Yeah, I'm still going to be available until the end of the month by email. You guys also have my phone number. But yeah, at the end of the month will be the 26th. My last thing that I'll be doing will be making that donation to the Salvation Army. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm looking forward to just continuing to serve you guys throughout the next 2 weeks. So, excellent. Thank you, Andrea. Great. Any other questions that I can answer, or George can answer, or anything else that we can do?
Yeah, I'm still here. Geoff's moving on to green pastures. You got tired of the snow.
Oh yeah. And this next week I will be spending it in Florida. So I'll be working from home in Florida, which will be very nice. And my birthday is going to be the 27th. It is the 27th. I'll be turning the big 3-0, February 27th. And I'll be spending that day. I will be in Florida. My plan is to be on the golf course in the morning. Get some brunch, play golf, be by the pool, eat some steak, just hit all of my favorites, and not be near the snow. So I'm going to be looking forward to that. So big changes are ahead. Well, without any further ado, if there are no other questions, thank you, Dana. Appreciate that.
Here you go, Geoff. I don't know if you can see it.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
There you go.
I got for Christmas, I got a new putter. I've had the same one for a long time, and I'm eager to put it to use. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Doesn't flat. Oh, Brad, I'm not sure if you've ever been on the course with me. Off the tee box, I usually slam it pretty hard. I do love it. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, 63.1 inches of snow in Keweenaw since February 4th. That's insane. Oh goodness, that's crazy. That's not even 2 weeks. Not even 2 weeks. Isn't that crazy, Pallas? That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh goodness. Yeah. Well, I'm going to enjoy the Florida. I will try to bring back some sunshine and some warmth, but I can't make any promises. Right? Right, Pallas? Yeah. You don't like when I pull you up. Nope. You don't.
Yeah, she doesn't like that. That's for sure.
She doesn't want to be pulled up like that. She's got to stop slipping.
All right. Well,
Stop slipping.
I'm going to call it today, and thanks for everyone for attending. And we will be on to Frank. I'll be giving you a call probably almost right away, and then we'll figure out.
I'll be sending out this webinar as in our email once I get it uploaded to YouTube and everything. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions, and keep an eye out for the email. And again, those Trustpilot reviews is brand new. That's, we're doing $10 donations for that one. So you've already done the other 3. This is a 4th one to get more donations going. So looking forward to that. Great. All right, everyone. Thanks so much.